RVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, professional wrestling video blogs, sports video blogs, MBTA video blogs, entertainment video blogs, plus tons of more good stuff. Collection of my work goes back to June 2014 on various social media websites, RVBN, Billerica, Massachusetts. The time now is 7:38 in the morning on Friday, January 13, 2017. It's happy Friday the 13th. And it's about 44 degrees right now in Billerica, Massachusetts. Get out and enjoy it because the temperature's going to start to drop today. And this is my first video blog of the day, and some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. The Nashville Predators beat the Boston Bruins by a score of 2-1, but bigger news for the Bruins. Goaltender Tuukka Rask left the game last night because of an injury. He got a puck to the throat. Not good at all. Hopefully he doesn't miss significant time, because if Rask missed significant time, the Bruins season's cooked, and Claude Julian's probably going to get fired. Also, it's happy Korean American Day, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire has been renewed for another season in syndication. So congratulations. 16th season's going on, hosted by Chris Harrison. And that's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash with my first video blog subject of the day. Get out. You're so sweet, cuz they're cute. The more the merrier. I know. Go find something to do. I'm doing good. Want to put a wager on that, Richie? Release the hose. I don't care about game shows. Great quotes only on RVBN. The time is now 7:40 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. I'm back. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. My first video blog subject of the day is my personality profile. Today's personality profile is about the late great Hockey Hall of Famer Cecil Tiny Thompson, who's a Hockey Hall of Famer. Cecil was the first big-time Bruins goaltender back in the 20s and 30s. Tiny was born and he grew up in Sandon, British Columbia. And when he was a kid, he played baseball and hockey, and was good at both sports. At first, he did not play goaltender, but eventually he became a goaltender, which got them into games. He got the nickname of Tiny because he was the tallest player on the team. And sometimes when they have taller players on teams back in the day, they would call him Tiny. Or sometimes when they had the smallest player on the team, they called him Big. And Tiny played junior hockey for Calgary and Belleville, and he was pretty good as a junior hockey goaltender. Then he played minors leagues in Minnesota, which was a pretty good team for minor hockey leagues in the late 20s. They didn't have an NHL team back then. In 1928, the Boston Bruins purchased the contract of Tiny from the Minnesota team that it folded, and Tiny became the number one goaltender for the Boston Bruins, and he played 12 seasons in the NHL, the first 11 with the Boston Bruins, and he played his last season with the Detroit Red Wings, because the Bruins had another number one goaltender, Frank Brismick, who was eventually Mr. Zero. And Tiny had amazing stats. He had 8 seasons of 20 or more wins. All 12 seasons in the National Hockey League. Tiny had a goals against average of under 3 times. he had 10 or more shutouts. And Tiny was one of the first NHL goaltenders to catch the puck with his hands. He used a glove, and he was a very, very good goaltender. He was good at puck handling, which was pretty good. 4 times he won the Vezina Trophy for the best goals against average in the National Hockey League, because back in those days the Vezina Trophy went to the goaltender who had the best goals against average. It wasn't the best overall goaltender. 2 times he made the first NHL All-Star team at the end of the year, and 2 times he made the second NHL All-Star team. He did not play in any NHL All-Star games because they did not have an NHL All-Star game until 1947. And Tiny retired with 284 wins, 194 losses, 75 ties, a 208 goals against average, and 81 shutouts. He was on the 1929 Stanley Cup winning team for the Boston Bruins. In the playoffs, he had a record of 20-24, 1.88 goals against average, and 7 shutouts. And Tiny still holds the record for most wins and shutouts by a Boston Bruins goaltender to this day. I'm very surprised that the Boston Bruins have never retired number 1 in honor of Tiny Thompson. They should honor number 1 for him and Frankie Brismick, because they were the top 2 Bruins goaltenders of all time, in my humble opinion. But I don't think that the last Bruins goaltender to win number 1 was Andrew Raycroft, and he's not going to get his number retired by the Boston Bruins. I'm sure of that. And Tiny was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1959, and he kind of lived a quiet life after retiring from the NHL, passing away in 1981. And that's about it on him. I'll be back later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+, with 2 more video blogs coming for you. First video blog is my opinion why the sport of boxing is dying a slow death of leprosy. And the third and final video blog of the night will be the MSG House Show card from WWE at Madison Square Garden on September 22nd, 1984. The last I'm going to be reviewing this week, and it will take a week off, but I will be back the week after. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bennett guy. Molly was blood with WCCO accents. Nice like Elizabeth. That's so stunning. She's best. Amy Sweezy's awesome. Amy Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York. Such a whacking cougars. Got the best legs in New York City. Bar none. Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has the tweet southern accents. Best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. Wayne Clare of WHCH Channel 7 in Boston. Morning meteorologist is such a cutie pie, and she's got the best legs in Boston. And Melissa of the Tilted Kilt in Belgica is so awesome, and she's got the best legs in the Tilted Kilt. And in the words of Sean, let's get out. See you later.